कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। In Aranya Kandam, after killing Viradha, Rama advances to the hermitages of great Maharishis like Valmiki, Sutikshna, Sharabhanga, and later Agastya Maharishi. Agastya's greatness in annihilating forces such as Vatapi and Ilvala, arresting the growth of Vindhya Parvatam, ensuring that there is only good and the livelihood for the good in the southern region, is what that was narrated to us by Valmiki Maharishi. Rama along with Sita and Lakshmana visit the hermitage of Agastya, who initially, in order to support Rama's cause as a Manushya Avataram and to bring out the difference from him from the other angry, short-tempered Parashurama, asks which Rama, later is hospitable to Sri Ramachandra, to Sita Devi and to Lakshmana. He advises him on hospitality, how to treat guests, and later blesses him with gifts. Like how in the current days we talk about return gift. When someone comes home, besides hospitality, we have to gift them. Agastya shows the way to it. Tadhanustau tachotornicha sharam khadgajamanada jayaya pratigrinhishva vajram vajradharo yatha. Then Agastya, after having given the bow, the quiver of arrows, the sword to Rama, he looks at Rama and Sita and looks back again at Rama and says, Rama, this wife of yours who is accompanying you, her name be Sita, Maithili or Janaki or Vaidehi or Bhumija or Avanija. She is the personification of chastity, good character, great knowledge. Her exuberance, her demeanor, her greatness is so much so, Rama, that she can be equated to Vasishtha's wife Arundhati, your Guru Mata. You know about your Guru Mata well, Arundhati, whom Vasishtha reveres, and Vasishtha whom she reveres. So Arundhati is said to follow Vasishtha. Such is the great dampatyam of the two. She can be equated to Arundhati. Iyam tu bhavato bharya doshairye vivarjita shlagya cha vyapadeshya cha yatha devishwarundhati. Yatha devishwarundhati. She is like Devi Arundhati. As they receive these benedictions from Agastya Maharshi and come out of the hermitage, they see a very, very different vulture. This vulture introduces himself. He says, my name is Jatayu. When I say this, you will have a question, sir. if Rama speaks, understandable. If Agastya speaks, understandable. They are all humans. This is a scavenger bird. Can birds talk? Immediately people will come up to the defense and say, no, parrots can talk. When parrots copy our talking, we even use the word parroting. So parrots can mimic. Yes. But what is communication? Communication is the process of transferring one particular message from person A to person B. So this is communication. Communication need not always be oral. It can be even through body language. So when a little child of 6 months cries for milk, does it open its mouth and say, I am hungry? It can't even speak. But that communication, what the child tries to tell the mother that I am hungry, is understandable to mother. Whether it is understandable to you or me is irrelevant. The mother is the one who is going to console the child, convince the child. She is the one who is going to feed the child. So the mother understands. So communication is always between person A and person B. The medium can be any body language, sign language, eye gestures, and of course talking. The point is, communication need not always be oral. It can be written, it can be spoken, it can be through eye gestures, body language, and so on and so forth. So there is a subject called ornithology. There are wonderful ornithologists in our country and abroad who are doing a marvelous job in understanding birds, understanding their habits, understanding their food habits, their psychology. Wonderful series have been made about birds called seagulls, how they all move over the seas. Wonderful research has been made about crows and cuckoos. So there are people out there besides the mundane jobs like me, speaking, engineering, doctor, auditor. There are great people who are working with birds. Birds do communicate, but they don't have to communicate the way we want them to. They will not open their mouth and speak in Sanskritam, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Gujarati, Marathi, Bengali, Assamese, Nepali, Punjabi, Maithili, Marwari, Bhojpuri, Awadhi. None of these languages. They have their own language. And we have research scholars to decipher that particular part of communication. So, either Jatayu could have spoken, probably we had speaking vultures in those days, or the communication, the feelings and the emotions what Jatayu had communicated, whatever he told Rama, has been converted into a dialogue by Valmiki. This is also a possibility. In either ways, there is a shloka mentioned with Jatayu. Who is Jatayu? Tasmad jato ahamarunat sampatischa mamagrajah Jatayuriti mam vidhi shyeni putram arindama Tasmad jato ahamarunat. I am Aruna's son. Aham Aruna jatah. I have come from Aruna. Sampatischa mamagrajah. Another vulture called Sampathi is my elder brother. I am younger to Sampathi. I am the son of Aruna, younger to Sampathi. Jatayur iti mam vidhi. People refer me as Jatayu. Shyeni putramarindama. There are subtle differences between the Itihasas and the Puranas, between some of the Puranas as to whose children they are. So there will be some differences. If there is a lineage of 10 Rajas, there will be some jumbling up that will happen between Puranas. That may not be of a huge concern. For research scholars it may be, but for people like us, we need not be concerned about that, because here it is said that he is Nata and Vinata's son. This is our description. But from Mahabharatam, it is more clear that he was the grandson of Daksha. Daksha had many daughters. One of them was Vinata. So Vinata was the daughter of Daksha, so she was called Dakshayani. She was married to the great Maharshi called as Kashyapa. Pashyakaha Kashyapo Bhavati, says Aruna Prashnam. So this Kashyapa was married to Vinata, and Vinata had children. The elder one was called Aruna, the younger one was called Garuda. Aruna had two sons, and the first one was called as Sampathi, the second one was called Jatayu. So in a way he comes in the Kashyapa Gotra, the Kashyapa lineage. Then Jatayu, after having seen Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, he introduces him. I come in the lineage of Kashyapa. I am the son of Aruna. I am the younger brother to Sampathi. My name is Jatayu. After saying this, he volunteers. He says, see, you have entered thick forest, Rama. In fact, I would say it is infested with many demons. It is not as if you have come to a very safe place. But do not worry. I am always there. Do not worry about Sita. I will always offer to protect her. Idam durgam hi kantaram mrigarakshasa sevitam. There are wild beasts and demons. Sitam chatata rakshishye tvayate sa Lakshmana. In case there is an absence of you, Rama, and your brother Lakshmana, I will protect her in her father's position. If Janaka, seer Dhwaja is here, he will put so much of efforts to protect his daughter. She is like my daughter. In a way, your father Dasharatha is very close to me. So, in a way, she is also my daughter-in-law. So, like how a daughter or a daughter-in-law needs to be protected, I will protect her. Sitam chatata rakshishye tvayate sa Lakshmana. Jatayu promises. Now, is this promise so great? Yes. See, later when Ravana comes as a mendicant, as a sannyasi, it is Jatayu who rushes to Sita's rescue. Knowing it is Ravana who is fighting, had I been in Jatayu's position, I would have shaken hands with Ravana and said all the best, and I would have let him fly. But Jatayu did not do that. Though he knew he was fighting a very powerful opponent, he gave up his life. So his word, where he promised to protect Sita, is very important, because when you commit yourself, when you promise, you have to keep up that word. Now Rama sits after having received the blessings of Agastya, after having getting introduced to Jatayu, he now sits in a cool place and advises Lakshmana of Navavida Bhakti, says Goswami Tulsidas ji. Shravanadik Nav Bhaktri Dridhahi Mama Leelarati Ati Manamahi. He gives him a big explanation of Navavida Bhakti. One day, they have now crossed Madhya Pradesh and entered Maharashtra into the thick forest. Now Rama tells, see, here we have come after living many months, many years in different places. We have come here on the banks of river Godavari. So Lakshmana, please construct a hermitage which is suitable to us. Ashramat katarasmin no deshe bhavati sammataha. Lakshmana did not know how to reply. Then Rama further details that. Ramate yatra vaidehi tvamaham chaiva Lakshmana tadrisho drishyatam deshaha sannikrishta jalashayah. Find a good source of water. Nearby that, if you find land, whichever land which will give happiness, the surroundings should be so beautiful, it should give happiness to Vaidehi, Sita. Tvamaham chaiva Lakshmana, it has to give happiness to you as well, Lakshmana. Tadrusho drishyatam deshaha sannikrishta jalashayah, says Rama. Lakshmana starts shedding tears of sorrow, not joy, sorrow, melancholy. Tears just roll down the cheeks of Lakshmana. Rama was shocked. Have I said something wrong? Why is Lakshmana crying? What could have happened? Have I hurt him unknowingly? Have I said something which is very unparliamentary, very abusive? Why is he crying? Wonders Rama. Let him wonder till we give an answer in the next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.